If you want to grab our men's lifestyle supplement, Male Advantage ebook, or my personal workout and diet plan, all links are in the bio. Okay guys, welcome back to another video. Apologies if my throat goes in this video. I've just made like 4 videos back to back and my throat feels quite groggy for some reason. Maybe it's because I haven't done this in a while. But this video is going to be the first video in a maybe 6-7 part series regarding, like a vlog series regarding my SMP. Now you guys who don't know what SMP is, it's like a head tattoo, but obviously a lot higher quality because head tattoos sound shit. And it's, in my opinion, when you get somebody who's very good at it, which I have, it's indistinguishable from real short buzz cut hair. Like you can go down to like a 0.5, maybe at a push a grade 1, kind of shape up the sides, which is what I want to do in the back, and nobody has any idea. Yeah, like even if you don't shape up the sides and the back, whatever, you can do the same grade all over, but it looks indistinguishable. Now, I used to have a lot of hair, okay? It used to be very thick and long, kind of, I always talked about like some Justin Bieber-y type flick, like the young pretty boy thing. Ever since I've been bald, which I've enjoyed, which I'll get to later, I've become more accustomed to having short hair. I think it suits me more. Number 2, I enjoy it more. Number 3, short hair is less maintenance, being bald is a ton of maintenance, which is a point I'll get onto in a minute. But I've become more accustomed, hence why I don't want to get a hair transplant. I just see that as a lot of fluff, a lot of trouble, a lot of it's just a pain in the ass to do. Obviously the price is high as well, you've got to take that into consideration. But that's not what puts me off it. The SMP for me is ideal. I get to keep my hair short. I get to retain the kind of like, because I don't want to become a different person. I don't want to have like long hair overnight. You know, grow it out like Jumanji style. It'd just be weird for like who I am. I like this. I want to keep it roughly the same length, but I just want it to be there. So like a grade 1.5, whatever, like all over. I like that look. That's what I want to go for. So that is number 1, why I'm chasing SMP. Why I believe that that is the perfect thing for me. And number 2, because it's the perfect thing for me, I want to raise awareness. So that's why I'm doing this vlog series. Now, I've visited a whole bunch of different clinics. Okay, a bunch of different people. And there was just one clear standout, which I'll bring up on screen now, okay? They, for me, were the top. This is who I'm doing mine with. They were the top individuals by a mile. And Jay, who's the guy who's doing it, lovely guy, I've spoken to him multiple times. He really understood what I wanted, and I think personally, he's like the elite artist. He's like the elite one that I've seen out of everybody. Everybody else that I visited was very good. I'm sure I would have been happy with what I saw, but he was just like the elite, next level, like more youthful individual that I thought could, you know, see this through for me. Okay, so now I want to discuss my reasons for why I'm getting this done, okay? Now, number 1, like I said, I actually love being bald. I'm one of the only guys that I've ever met who have gone bald at a young age, who've been like, hey, it's cool, I like it. Right? Once guys are in their 40s and 50s, they might be like a Joe Rogan mentality. Being bald is great, I love it, whatever. You grow with your times, okay? It's not as important because there's other bald guys at your age, it's all right. But I probably went properly bald at like 24, 25 when it like completely... Well, probably like 25 when it completely vanished, 26-ish. I shaved it all off at like 26, 27. I'm 29 now. Been rocking it for a few years. And I've often said to you guys, life got worse. Of course it got worse, right? You're the same person and then you remove your hair. But then once I got in shape, once I earned more money, once I built myself up as an individual, I mean, it meant less. It meant less. I did orthotropics, grew a jawline, got a better facial structure. Yeah, being bald actually looked good then. A lot of guys were like, I want to look like you. I actually like the bald look. I'm tempted to shave mine off. It's really weird, right? So I've enjoyed it. It's not been a problem. If somebody said to me right now, SMP is not an option, we're going to take it completely off the table, I'd go, okay, it's a little bit annoying. But yeah, I'm fine with it. Like, I'll just keep rocking the bald look. It doesn't affect my life one bit, in my opinion. Do I think I'd look slightly better with hair? Yeah. which is one of the reasons why I want to get it done. Okay, so now we're going to move over to why, because I think it's important to just cover one thing. I think it's very important as a man to stay bold for a little while. I think it's very important to lose your hair, shave it off, embrace it, live with it, improve upon it, try and become the best possible individual you can, gain natural confidence where I'm a bold guy, I can walk into any room, not give a fuck, okay? Like, I don't believe anybody's judging me. I don't believe anybody's like, oh, he's bold. I don't believe, women are like, oh, he's bold. I've not experienced that. I'm pretty happy with the way my life's gone. It's all good, right? I think it's important to get over that line first and embody that before you lose your hair and immediately you go hair transplant. I need this covered up. I need to save my life. Like, I don't think that's healthy. You're kind of papering over the cracks and you're not becoming the correct individual. Being bold has made me into a man. It humbled me, number one, which was nice because I was very cocky when I was young. Number two, it grew real confidence. Like, I actually feel like I'm not fearful of anything now. I've dealt with this. It was easy. I get the razor blade. I go straight over the top of my head, around the back, whatever. That's a powerful move. That's a powerful, brave move. So by doing that, I was like, yeah, I've done this now. I've mastered it. So when SMP became an option, it entered my radar. I was like, yeah, I like that. I like that approach. The hair transplant, bit much for me. Maybe I'll do that at 40 years old when, I've got kids, whatever. Maybe I don't want to look a certain way. Maybe the SMP will wear off at that point. Maybe it'll start to fade slightly. I get a hair transplant when it's hair cloning and there's no scar and it's less fuss. Maybe, right? I'm not planning to do that, but maybe that could be an option. I'm not saying it's out of the realm. But SMP suited me. Just really suited me. Like I said at the start, the shaved heads, the grades 0.5 all over. When you've got an important night out, whatever, you go to the barber, they shape up the back and sides, make it all look neat, do the beard. Yeah, that suits me down to a T. I love that idea. Like, I've always thought the best looking men in the world are the guys with like shaved heads. Like a 0.5, like a 1, like a Jeremy Meeks type. I've always thought those guys were the best looking. When I was really young, that's what I wanted to do. That's how I wanted to look. So it's like I discussed in another video. I visualized myself at a certain level when I was young. I've got an opportunity to restore something, plus all the other work that I've put in. I quite like the idea of becoming my idea of a perfect man. Like, it might not be to someone else, right? But it's important to kind of understand, to comprehend. But for myself, that's my idea of a perfect man. I'm moving towards it. Yeah, I want to tick that box. It'd be quite nice, okay? Now, some of my main reasons for getting this done. Number one, as I just discussed there, I think is a great way to move towards being the perfect man. It's something I've always wanted to accomplish. I don't have body dysmorphia. I don't have low confidence issues. I don't need to be this perfect man in order to have a good life. I just feel like that's my potential. I can tick that box. Number two, guys, being bold is a pain in the ass. The maintenance on it is massive. Like, a lot of people will be like, oh, how long does it take you to get ready? You're bald. You don't even have to do your hair or anything like that. Trust me, when you've got like a beard and you're bald, it takes fucking forever. Like, I've got hairy shoulders and back and stuff. I have to shave them often. That alone is a pain in the ass. I get hairy chest. I've got to like shape it up. That on its own, once every week or 2 weeks, whatever, that is a pain in the backside. Never mind hair, okay? Because the thing is, when you're bald, if your hair grows out here, here, and here, and this doesn't, after like 2-3 days of growth, you start looking 10 years older. It makes you look terrible. You get that like monk horseshoe look, and you look about 10 years older than you should, and it looks awful. When you shave it all down, or it just comes back like it is today, like 1 day old, whatever, like a little bit of stubble, it looks really good. It looks kind of gangster. You have like a decent look about yourself. It looks neat. It looks tidy. It looks clean. You look 10 years younger, right? Once it all grows back, you look 10 years older. It's a fine line. I'm having to like shave my head 2-3 days, probably 3 times per week. And anytime you're about to go somewhere, or you're about to go and do something or whatnot, or you've just relaxed yourself for like 2-3 days, you look in the mirror and you're like, fuck, I really should. So you can't just like spontaneously get up and go. You could, obviously, it's not like it's not the end of the world, right? But if you were going on like a night out, or you were meeting friends or whatever, I have to be like, okay, I've got to plan out a head shave. Do I have time to like shave my head? And there's a lot of maintenance. Whereas if it's just SMP, and it's 0.5 all over, I have a shaver, turn that thing on, just straight over the back and top. Even if you had to do that once per day, it's only like 10 minutes, okay? But you wouldn't, obviously, you do it like every 2-3 days, whatever. But I'm just saying the maintenance on that is very low maintenance. You just charge the thing up. You charge the thing up. As long as it's got like 3-4 hours of battery life, probably lasts the whole week, right? So you just buzz it straight over, 5 minutes tops, and you've buzzed the whole thing. You're done. Maybe a razor blade, you just do like the sides and the back and whatever. You just like shape up here, whatnot. If you wanted to go to the barbers, you just buzz the whole thing. You go to the barbers and you're like just back and sides, like a fade, a shape up, whatnot. And the beards, it might cost you like £10. It's very easy. It's low costs, because good razors are expensive as well. You're buying like a pack of those every single week, and then you'll get using some for your body. So you might be buying like 2 packs of like the heads. Then you've got the time that I've said that it's invested. It's probably like 30 minutes to shave your head properly, to actually like do it properly. And then maybe shape up your beard and whatever. Once you shave like your back and shoulder, you're looking at like an hour of maintenance. I don't have that level of time. I don't want to be doing all that shit. So that is a big reason for me, okay? So my reason number 3 is restoring my youth. It's one thing I really want to do is like, I don't want to turn like 40 years old one day and be like, I've kind of looked 40 ever since I was young. I didn't really have a youth. Because my dad left at 14. My best friend died at 18. From people around me, they told me that I grew up really quickly. Like I stopped being a little boy very quickly. And by 18, I was like trying to invest in stuff. I was like reading books. I was more interested in starting a business than going out and getting drunk. And I've not really had like a youth. I'm not saying I want to go out and get drunk and all that shit. Like I've done lads holiday. I've done all this, right? But I don't think I've ever looked like I was 20 years old or like in my 20s since I turned 20. I think I've always looked like a 30-year-old man. And I just think now that I've like got in shape, dropped my body fat quite a lot, if I can like dot the hair on top, I can like restore a level of that youth. And I can actually, it sounds like a really weird thing to say. And it's not something that worries me. I quite like looking older. But it would just be nice to not be, like I said, 40 years old and be like, I kind of felt like a 40-year-old man for like 20 years, 30 years. I think every guy wants to be that like young, in shape, sexy, handsome looking guy. Like they want to experience what that's like. And I just think with the SMP, if I can culminate all of that together, it'd just be quite nice. I just feel very proud of who I was, where I am now. I'm very proud of who I am. But I just have everything in place the way I'd want it. And it's not, you don't always get what you want in life. You have to take punches on the chin. Like I said, I went bold, I put up with it. But it's a weird thing. Like, a lot of guys who are bold will understand this. It's like a bold fucking group that we're in, like a stonemasons kind of thing. We'll have that mutual understanding where it is like you were 24 years old, you had all the hair in the world, you look good, you look youthful, you're enjoying yourself. Now all of a sudden you wake up the next day, not the next day, but you know what I'm saying, guys, just for dramatic purposes, and you're bald, and you've shaved it all off, and you're like, well, I look like a different person. I don't recognize me in the mirror anymore. And you have to then mold and evolve to this person, and you almost are forced to grow up. Like when my dad left, I was forced to grow up. When my best friend died, I was forced to grow up. When I lost my hair, I was forced to grow up. What are you going to do? Am I going to be like some bold 25-year-old, 26-year-old in a club, like dancing around like some moron? It's like, no, everybody expects a guy that looks like you to be in a boardroom because you look 35. So you kind of like adapt your life to like fit the way you look. And it will just be nice to just like bring all the look together, restore some level of youth. Because I live better than 90% of people. I don't drink alcohol like once, twice a year, if that. I stay in shape. My diet is immaculate. Like I have all these good processes in place. But I look a lot older than everyone my age. And you go, yeah, that's not really fair. Like, let me restore my youth before I actually become old. So that's another reason why I want to do it. And my final reason for doing this is because I can. Like, we're in an era now where we can actually get SMP. We can actually get a hair transplant. And I always talk to you guys about building mini advantages. So, like, why not get in shape? Why not build muscle and then get lean? Like, it just makes your life easier. Why not make decent amount of money, 6 figures plus per year minimum? Because it makes your life easier. Something goes wrong, you don't have to stress. Women would rather be with you. It makes my life easier. You can actually get the house you want rather than the one you can afford. makes my life easier. There's no stress, right? There's little things like that. And it's the same with like putting things right, like restoring things. Like I'm not saying go and get fucking complete facial reconstruction surgery, like anything like a nose, lips. I just think that's insane. I don't know why people do stuff like that. It's over the top. You know, I've always said like my ears, they don't look that big now because I'm a lot bigger, but they were really big when I was young. And I always said it's on the outside of my body, like it's kind of out on the wings. Do you know what I mean? I don't really care too much. I would get them done. Like if it was nose, face, anything around there, I'd be like, yeah, I'd never get that done. I would never touch anything like that. But anything like out on the outside, like ears, would I get them pinned back for like $1,000? If I was bored, if I was just like, yeah, I might get that done. Do I feel like I need to now that I'm older and I've like packed out? No. I don't feel like I need to. I probably wouldn't get that done, okay? But with hair, I'm like, it's something that I had anyway. Like I always had hair. It's not like I'm cheating. It's not like I'm saying, hey, I was born with thin lips. Let me go and get an injection, puff up the fucking fish and duck lips. Let's go for this. Who wants a kiss, right? I'm not doing that. I used to have hair. Life's unfortunate events got rid of my hair. Hey, how about I just replace it? You see what I mean, guys? It's like the printer ink on your printer runs out. What are you going to do? Be like, need a whole new printer? Or no, my printer now just has no ink. That's the way it is. No, you go and replace the ink, right? So I'm just like, well, hair's gone. Just replace it. Like I just see that as quite normal. I think moving forward, it will just be a standard practice. Like there won't be many bald men alive. I think most guys will be like, yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, once hair cloning's in place and it's a lot cheaper, $2-3 and you replace all of your hair. I think most guys will just do that. It'll just be very easy. They'll just put them all in. It'll be a piece of piss. You know, some guys will get SMP. Maybe the practice itself will get even better in the next 5-10 years. And then I just think no guy will bother being bald. You know, I think as soon as they start receding, they'll just get the hairs replaced. They'll just have them put straight in. Maybe they'll get SMP to make it look darker. But it'll be so cheap. It'll just be like, I want to get in shape. I'm going to get a gym membership. Oh, my hair's going. I'm just going to go on the weekend. I'm just going to pop in $2,000. I'm just going to get those hairs replaced. Like a tattoo on your arm. It'll just become so normal. And I think that's what people are going to do. And it's like, if I can, and it makes my life even slightly better, yeah, I might as well just do it. Like it gives me a mini advantage. Just makes my life a little bit simpler. It just, yeah, why not? Like I think it's undeniable that women prefer men with hair, right? Because it looks youthful. I think that's undeniable. It's not to say you can, like, I've been bald and I've had women, better women than I had before because I improved my life. Okay? Have I lost respect for men in the early days? Yeah. Now, no. Like you sit at the top of the tree because you've built up some level of physique and, you know, masculinity, if you would, where guys are like, okay, like that's a top level guy. That could be the alpha male, so to speak. So it's not against the realms of possibility for you to improve whilst being bold, okay? And some girls love bold guys. But I'm saying the majority of women would be like, I prefer my man to have hair or to look like he has hair. It makes you better. Like I've not lost everything on top, okay? When I grow it out, it sounds weird. It's very patchy, but there's still like a grade 0.5 all over. It's just in patches. Like there's a big bold patch on the back. There's like bold patches here. It's just like slightly patchy. Obviously there's hair like on the side bits here. So sometimes when I'm shaving my head, I'll just shave up here, shave on the back, shave up, and I'll just leave it on top and just see what it looks like in the mirror. Obviously, it, you know, doesn't look that good. Like you could buzz it down to like a 0.5 or a 1 or whatever, and it, you know, you can get away with it. It looks quite satisfactory. I don't bother with that. I just shave it all off. But when I am shaving it, like I said, I start on the sides and the back and I do all that first and then I shave the top. But sometimes I'll look at it and I'll be like, I just look significantly better. Like I look 10 times more handsome in my opinion. I look, 10's probably an exaggeration, probably like 2 or 3 times better, right? And I look like 5-6 years younger immediately. And I'm just like, oh, what? Because a bit of hair on my head that can be replaced for, you know, whatever, like it depends who you're doing it with, you know, what situation it's under. But what, maximum like 2, 3, 4,000? And you can just put that back in place. Now I've got a rule with this, when it comes to the financial side. If the procedure is going to cost $4,000 and you've got $5,000 in your bank account, do not do it. Do not do it. That's stupid. You're spending the majority of your money, or all of your money, or even like half of your money. If you've got $8,000 in the bank and the procedure is $4,000, still don't do it, because that's money that can be put into something more important, like your success. You could invest that into something that is then going to fund your business or your investment idea, or at your 9-to-5 job, you go and get 4 or 5 qualifications that's going to push you up with that extra money. There's always something that you could use that money for. And then you could turn that 4 into 40. And then with 40, if the thing costs 4, well, then it makes more sense, because then you still have 36 grand left over. And it doesn't impact your life negatively. That's one thing I will always heavily promote. Like, don't like overstretch yourself to like correct things. So you lose your hair, or you don't like the size of your ears. Don't go and put like 10 grand into changing yourself and then have nothing left. That's insecurities, in my opinion. Like, live with it, embrace it, enjoy it, like grow as an individual. And then when that money is spare, when you've got the time to be able to do it, when it's a feasible situation, when the cost of the treatment isn't like 20 grand, which some guys do, which I just find insane, yeah, go for it. Like, if you're a millionaire and it costs 20 grand, yeah, mate, go for it. Go for the best one. But most guys will drop like 20,000, 30,000, which is a life-changing sum that could be used for something else, to turn that into 2, 3, 400,000. They will drop that on a hair transplant, and I'm like, that's a dumb idea. You know, and that is what's great about SMP. It's very cheap. Okay, it is very cheap. It's a great alternative for guys. I'm not sure if it works on blonde guys yet, but it is a great alternative. I think they're working on that. Somebody told me about the like kind of blonde ink that they're looking into doing, like a brownie blonde ink. Okay. But it's a very cheap alternative. It's very easy. Within 3 weeks for me, it's going to be over. My first treatment is roughly, I think it's the 19th of this month. My second one will be about a week later. Third one, I think, is a week after that. So what we got? November. So like first 2 weeks of November. So like November the 10th, roughly. Everything will be done. Then it might have to heal for like a week, I imagine, or two. Mid-November. All done. All done. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to vlog each one. I'm going to film it being done. I'm going to show you guys, you know, the whole process. You know, obviously I'll talk through while I'm there, why I'm getting it done, how I feel. I think it's important to do. You know, being bold for guys is something that's a sore subject. It's like a fucking arrow through the heart of your youth. It is painful, right? It's a painful experience. I often promote, you can still deal with it. You know, you can still have a better life. I prove that. I improved my life massively. I look 10 times better now than I did with hair. My life is 10 times better than it was when I had hair. But then I say, okay, how about I just put that cherry back on top? Like, quite literally going back on top. But how about I just add that back into my life now that going bald forced me to become better? Now that I'm better, how about I add the hair back in? I just think that's a dangerous system. That's a dangerous little concoction. Plus, like, all the stuff I'm doing with my business, my entrepreneurship. Like I said, I've always had a dream to become the perfect man. Some guys might scoff at that. Some guys might be like, oh, you're Patrick Bateman. Like, I've heard it all before, guys, but this is just my goals. Like, I've always looked up to the type of, like, David Gandy types, you know, or like a handsome, in-shape entrepreneur guy flying around the world with a great life and a beautiful woman. I'm like, yeah, let's take it all. I've got a both mentality. Why not have that, and put it all together? I quite like blending life. I love being bold. I said that. I've really enjoyed my life. I think I look slightly better with hair. For all those reasons that I discussed as the benefits, that's why I'm going to get it done. I'm going to vlog the journey. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope this ends up accumulating a lot of views. Number one, for exposure for guys that are like, I need something to help me. I'm looking for something. This could be an option. Plus what Chris has told me about embracing it first. You know, I want guys to do that more so that they can grow as a man, then have a fix, if you would. I'm not sure if fix is the right words. A solution to, you know, just living the way you want or looking the way you want. I think that's more appropriate. But then also I hope the company that I'm using get a ton of business off this, because I think they're doing great work. I think anything that is helping men and saving men is very aligned with what I'm doing. I will not get a commission for this. Okay, I'm going to pay £1,000 to get this done. It's a cheaper rate than everyone else normally gets, but they're going to get exposure off the back of it. We're helping each other, but they said they couldn't possibly do it for free. I completely understand. In my opinion, you're the best in the business. More than happy to pay it. And I think that's a very reasonable price to pay for the improvements that I will get on top of that. Okay, but I won't be getting commissions, so I'm not doing this in a way of, I'm going to overly promote them or lie or be like, this is the best thing ever. This is why you should get it. That's not me, guys. You know me, okay? It's going to be very raw, very organic. I'm going to tell the truth. If it comes out shit, it comes out shit is what it is. I'm rolling the dice. I don't think it will. I think it'll look great. I haven't seen a bad one that they've done yet. I've seen some that look better than others, but that's the client's choice. The client will say, I want a straight, unnatural looking hairline that looks like an 18-year-old's hairline or a rapper. Yeah, I'm going to go for something more old school. I'm going to go for something that feathers back, still has like receding spots. But I'm not bothered, okay? I want something that suits me. I'm not looking to have like the perfect hairline over here, you know, and just make it look fake. Like I want something that looks really natural, feathers back, suits my age. I'm 29. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go for, okay, guys? So hope you enjoyed the video. That's everything you need to know. The next video you see will be me getting this done in London, probably traveling down. I'll probably release it either on the 19th or the 20th. I'll vlog the first episode and I'll just release it all to you guys. And there's 3 treatments, so bear that in mind, okay? The first one, it won't look done. It's just like a starter thing. The second one, like there won't be like one patch covered in and the rest empty, okay? Like they'll do the whole thing, but then they've got to go over it and over it again. It's like that's how it looks so natural by the time it's finished. So trust the process again. Wait with me until the final episodes. See what you think. Give your honest verdicts. If you want to grab our men's lifestyle supplement, Male Advantage ebook, or my personal workout and diet plan, all links are in the bio.